What's up, everybody? So it's after hours and I'm sitting here in the home office and look who's hanging out with me. And the internet is out and I was scheduled to do a social media post today and I wasn't able to do one, but I do have my phone and my tripod and I figured I would spend a little bit of time with you and answer a question that I think a lot of people have and was actually asked of me just a couple of days ago. A friend came to me and asked me a question and she said, if I'm looking in Google Analytics and I'm interested, wow. So if I'm looking in Google Analytics and I am interested, you gonna take the baby? Well, I think it's fun. It's actually fun to try to talk about Google Analytics with a baby on your shoulder. I don't know. So if I'm in Google Analytics, what should I really be looking at and what are the most important metrics that I should be reporting on? And my attitude is very simple about this. You should only be looking at 3 things inside of Google Analytics at any one time. If you start to look at more than that, then information overload starts to happen and your eyes start to cross with all of the data. Now that might be okay for somebody like me who likes the data, but for somebody else who doesn't, it's just gonna look like a big wiry mess. So here are the 3 metrics that I think you should be looking at inside of Google Analytics to get a really good idea of what's going on with your website. The first thing I like to look at is the number of users month over month or year over year. And that's the number of people who are visiting the site. These are new users, these are users that have been to the site before, but that is one of the metrics that I like to look at to see how many users the website is getting in a particular month. Compare it to last month, compare it to last year. Then I also like to look at the new users because I want to see how many new people or new visitors are being attracted to the website every single month. And that should be a pretty large percentage of the number of users that are coming to the site. You always want to be building visibility and getting more and more people to the site. So that's really one metric bundled together. You look at users and new users, look at them month over month, look at them year over year and see what kind of improvements that you're making. The second metric that I want you to look at is down inside the menus. An easy way to find it, go to the top of Analytics, there's a little search function, just type the word pages and you should be able to look at the pages that are visited on the site. When you get to that report, you'll see all of the pages that have been visited and the amount of times that they've been visited. I want you to add 2 secondary dimensions to these, and these are the other 2 metrics that I want you to look at. The first secondary dimension is previous page path. So to do that, when you're looking at the pages, right at the top of the list of pages, there's a secondary dimension drop down. Click it, type the word previous, and it will add a column for the previous pages that were visited prior to the pages that are seen on the site. Now it's in the second column, so it's a little counterintuitive, but the second column is the previous page path. Why is this important? So you want to know how people arrived at pages on your website and what pages on your website drove people to the pages that you're most interested in. So if you have a conversion page or a contact page or some sort of high quality page on your site that's getting a lot of traffic, let's find out where people were before they hit that page and what are the successes in driving people to that page. They might have landed on that page, that might be the entry point, or they might have come from some other page on the site. And that's how we find out with that secondary dimension that is the previous page path. Once you're done with that, the other secondary dimension I want you to check out is the channel grouping. So again, top of your pages, hit the drop down for secondary dimension and choose channel grouping. Just type the word channel and it will show up. What this is going to do is it's going to show you how people arrived on the pages from outside. Was it a direct inquiry to the page? Did they actually type it in to get there? Or was it organic search? Did they find it through some sort of a search query? Or was it through some sort of a paid ad or a referral link? So by doing the channel grouping, you're going to see how many people or how people got to the pages on your site through which channel. The channel is going to be direct, it's going to be organic search, it's going to be referral, or it's going to be paid advertising. Okay, so those are the 3 metrics that I like people to look at because they give a really good picture of how the website is performing. Look at your users versus new users, month over month, year over year. Look at your secondary dimensions on your pages for previous page path, and then also look at your channel grouping so you can see how you're acquiring this traffic. All of that should work very well into helping shape the decisions you make for the content you place on the website. I can't even believe it. I got all of this done in under 5 minutes until we talk. It's Chris Prouty signing off.